One more from the K. The White Sox can even this 4-game series with a win this afternoon. This rain has moved off, and now we're ready for baseball. Each of these games have been played to a 2-0 final. The Sox snapped a 14-game losing streak here with a win in the first one. The Royals took the next two.
Got a young left-hander on the mound. It's Noah Cameron, who burst on the scene last year and threw the ball very well. He's off to a good start this year. This is third start. His ERA is just 1.69. He throws a lot of strikes.
0-2 on the Sox third baseman. Ground ball deep third. Tough play throwing on the run and out at first base. Garcia to Pasquantino. A tough play because the ball wasn't hit that hard, and it brought Garcia over toward the third base foul line. So he was throwing essentially across his body. He got just enough on it, barely.
Starters for this afternoon, it's Grant Taylor, 4th time opening this season. Sox could go to a bullpen arm or perhaps 2 before Jonathan Cannon gets tapped for some long work.
1 down for Witt. 15 out of 57 with 5 RBIs.
Strike 3 called. First punch out for Grant Taylor.
You get ahead, and that one had a good part of the plate at triple digits.
Top 2. The DH Lenine Sosa batting cleanup.
Great changeup. He's retired the first 4, and that's his first strikeout.
Really sold this changeup well. The arm speed did the trick, and the location on top of that made it essentially unhittable.
And now, after a 0-2 count, you don't even have to throw a strike. The pitch way out of the strike zone, away from the right-handed batter, was flailed at and missed. The White Sox, even with their different lineup today, have no answers offensively to this point. Now the batter is Colson Montgomery. White Sox shortstop, 9 out of 52. With
a fair ball off the bat of Colson Montgomery into the right field corner. The throw coming into second, not in time. A 2-out double for Montgomery.
Takes it right down the line. No chance at all for Pasquantino, who is not playing him as a dead pull hitter against a lefty. And a chance to break that scoreless streak.
White Sox in this series are 0 for 12 with runners in scoring position. First chance here is Tanner Murray with 2 outs in the second. And he here to left field. It is Collins drifting back, goes towards the wall. It is gone! Tanner Murray, his first big league home run, and the Sox take a 2-0 lead here in the second.
Nice swing by Tanner to go ahead and set back on the changeup against Cameron. Just long enough to get the barrel on it. On a day where the wind is not really a factor, that was all the batter providing the power.
First major league home run.
You get a very happy dugout.
Derek Hill, right-hand hitter against the lefty Noah Cameron.
Breaking ball, got him looking. It's 3 for Noah.
Take a look at the bender here. Nice finish on this. Location not outstanding, but I think he sold it because it's a ball to a strike pitch.
The Royals trail the White Sox 2-0, and they've changed pitchers. Lefty Sean Newcomb is into the game. Isbell takes a 4-pitch walk. Isaac Collins heads for second. Will Venable comes out of the third base dugout, and he's going to the bullpen. And the new White Sox pitcher is their headliner today, right-hander Jonathan Cannon. This is Cannon's season debut. Garcia's 0 for 1, a sharp ground out, and the Royals are set up. Runners on first and second, 1 out.
Slider way outside, and it gets by Caro, and the Royals move up 2 into scoring position. And Michael will take the walk and pass the baton on to Junior.
Well, that was an outstanding plate appearance from Michael Garcia to set up things here for Bobby Witt Jr. We know Bobby is just kind of waiting to happen in a situation like this, and hopefully it comes through right here.
And it's high, ball 4. A bases loaded 4-pitch walk. It's not a hit with a runner in scoring position. It's a walk, and the Royals gladly take their first run of the game. White Sox pitching coach Zach Bove scrambles out of the third base dugout to try to settle down Jonathan Cannon. Inside, ball 4, a second consecutive bases loaded walk. The Royals have tied the game thanks to 4 consecutive walks from White Sox pitching. And now manager Will Venable comes out of the third base dugout along with one of the athletic trainers for the White Sox. This is to make sure that Jonathan Cannon's okay.
Cannon is trying to prove, I guess, that he's okay, but his first warm-up toss didn't reach home plate.
I don't think he's okay. I saw him shaking his head after he threw that last pitch, like something's not right here.
And Cannon's coming out of the game. Lefty Brandon Eisert is coming into the game to face Salvador Perez with the bases loaded and 1 out.
Got it by him. Good pitch from Eisert for out number 2.
This is a huge out. He went after him, threw the ball by him.
And that brings up Carter Jensen.
Feels like the 8th inning, and it's only the 3rd.
Yes.
With all the pitching changes.
Feels like the game's on the line now.
A spinner. Eisert is going to have no play. He wanted to come to the plate. Everyone else in the ballpark could see Caro pointing to first. Edgar Caro knew the play was at first, but Eisert had his mind made up, and the Royals lead 3-2.
This is an easier play for a right-handed pitcher, but for a lefty, where you're going to make that entire spin in order to make it throw to first, it's a tough play.
And that's how the Royals snap the hitting with runners in scoring position slump.
Michael Massey bats now. The pitch.
On the ground to second, and that'll do it for this lengthy 3rd inning. White Sox lose the lead as the Royals put up a 3 spot.
No runner on first. 2 outs now in the top of the 4th inning, and Colson Montgomery bats.
It's a charge into this one. Will it stay fair? It is gone. 3rd home run of the season for Colson Montgomery, and the Sox retake the lead on his 2-run shot. It's now 4-3 in the 4th inning.
It's a slider that stays in the middle of the plate, and Colson waits for it and then unloads. The only question is, would it stay fair? Fair by plenty. 4-3 Sox.
Caglione hits it up the right field line, and back come the Royals. He's running hard to second. He makes the turn and holds, and that was a good call.
A little left-on-left slider. Wasn't a bad pitch. I like how Caglione stayed back.
Isaac Collins singled his first time up.
Collins laces it back up the middle, a base hit into center field. Caglione heads to 3rd. He rounds the bag. Throw to the plate, cut off. Cag scores standing. An RBI single right back up the middle for Isaac Collins. Another hit with a runner in scoring position. This one went to the outfield. And the Royals tie the game in the bottom of the 4th. We're locked at 4. 2 away. And Isaac Collins remains anchored to second. Brings up Bobby Witt Jr. Fastball laced into center field, a base hit. Collins takes off for 3rd. He rounds and comes to the plate standing. An RBI single for Bobby Witt Jr. The Royals have the lead right back. It's 5-4 in the bottom of the 4th inning. How about 3 hits with runners in scoring position in this game, and 2 in this inning alone? The Royals offense is starting to break through.
Runner takes off, Hicks steps off, and they got him at second. Now there was a lot of chirping coming from the Kansas City dugout. Matt Quatrero, he thought it was a balk. He's asking the umpires, and now there's going to be a conversation with Nick Marley and Matt Quatrero.
He's saying that he bobbled when he came to a set position, and Marley probably is telling him, I didn't see it. Right there is a balk. He was set, he had his hands set, and then he moved his hands up. Once you come to the set position, if you're going to move your hands, you have to make the pitch.
And the White Sox have runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 out for Edgar Caro.
Out of the zone, ball 4. And the bases are now loaded.
That'll be the end of the road for Cameron.
That's just 67 pitches for him.
Nick Mears, and he inherits a bases-loaded jam with 1 out, and he'll face Colson Montgomery.
And he pops it up. Jensen in foul territory. He's got it. That's a huge pitch. 2 down.
And now Andrew Benintendi steps to the plate. He's pinch hitting for Tanner Murray.
Inside, off the plate, ball 4, and that'll walk in a run. We are tied at 5 here in the 6th.
You don't see many major league games where you see each side walking in at least 1 run, but that's what we've seen today. The score tied at 5, the hits tied at 6, the errors tied at none. It's a brand new game.
Still loaded for Acuna.
Curveball swung on and missed, strike 3. Mears gets his man, even though it took a batter longer than he would have liked.
That'll bring up Collins.
Collins has 2 hits, both singles. Collins chops it toward 3rd. Vargas spears it on the backhand. Plants and throws to 1st. It's low. Skips past Murakami. Bounds into foul territory. Collins takes off for 2nd. He gets there without a throw. And so Collins reaches base safely for a 3rd time today. That should be a throwing error. Collins is at 2nd with 1 out for Kyle Isbell.
Called strike 3. A delay call from Nick Marley behind the plate.
It had the zone. You can see just barely nipped the outside corner.
Jordan Leisure is the latest to enter out of the White Sox bullpen. Garcia is 0 for 2 with a walk today.
Swinging a fly ball center field. Acuna is there, and he makes the catch. So that error by Vargas does not hurt the White Sox. Sacrifice 1-3.
And Mydroth is out. Meanwhile, Harris moves to third, and Vargas goes over to second. The Royals elect to intentionally walk Munetaka Murakami. That loads the bases, and John Schreiber pitches to Lenny and Sosa.
Pitch gets away. Here comes Harris. And the Sox retake the lead on a wild pitch.
A sweeping slider, and this is nowhere near the plate. Jensen can't get to it. The runners move up 90 feet, and the Sox take the lead.
Sosa swings and misses, and Schreiber puts him away for out number 2.
Edgar Carroll will check in, batting left-handed.
Shot to the right side of the mound. Schreiber's off the bump. He snares it. Runs toward first. Underhand toss to Pasquantino. It's in time for the out. The Witt's now in scoring position. No balls, no strikes on Salvi. And Salvi pops it up into shallow center field. Acuna glides in. He's underneath it. He makes the catch, and Witt stays put at second. Now 2 outs.
There's Carter Jensen with 2 outs. Swinging a fly ball, shallow right center. It's Acuna again. He's under it. He's got it. So Leisure works around the leadoff walk and a balk.
First up will be Michael Massey. Michael is 0 for 3.
As this one is driven into right field, Harris back at the warning track, leaps up, and he makes the catch. They lowered the wall to 8.5 feet to have more action, and it's Harris taking it away.
He took away a game-tying homer. So that is the first out. Here comes Garcia.
At the end of the bat into center field, coming in is Acuna. He will get there.
Acuna with the scouting report in his mouth. I don't know if he was done reading the scouting report, and all of a sudden the ball was hit to him, but that's a first.
Yeah, and I don't think I've seen that myself.
It has been a wacky ball game. The Sox have had to come from behind twice. The Sox are 1 out away from wrapping up this win.
The 9th pitcher in the 9th inning with their best player up.
Then he walked him, rolling inside. You had the feeling that he really was kind of dancing around with, even though Benny, a left-handed batter, coming up. Pasquantino in this game 0 for 3 with a walk.
0-2, runner goes, swung on and missed. Ball game. Sir Anthony Dominguez shuts the door on the Royals, and the Sox win the finale 6-5.
And that's the reason they got Dominguez, because you come into games like this late and you shut them down. So save number 3. Sox win by a run. This was an exciting ball game from the start to the finish.